Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Big Massive Podcast with me, co-host Big Massive Ronan Boyle.
With me, also co-host Big Massive Niall Cook.
Nobody got back to us about who had the biggest arms. Not put out. Did you look at it now?
Put it out. I thought you were going to put it out.
It might go out. It's on Patreon. What do they think? Nobody got back.
Yours are very fatty, like.
No.
Mine are lean, like.
Mine's
Mark. I said you fucking like we have one vote already. We have one vote.
Introduced Mark to you. Like people do this all the time to me. You introduce them to them, and then you make a pack of cunts.
They double cross you.
All right, double crossed. Wink, wink, nod, nod. Just creating gangs of cunts.
Against you.
Against me, just
you introduce somebody today, and then we all
Freemason meetings.
Mark says to me, "Hey,
big face. Meetings.
We've got a wee club, you know. We want to."
That's all. He's a that wee code when he's looking at each other. Hate Boyle. He knows the reason. See, when I picked you wild fast, he knows that's the.
It's like when do you boys meet?
That's what it is. That's what it is.
Next Tuesday.
Hold on, I think there's somebody at the door. There's somebody at the door. There's somebody at the door. Come round.
Well, how do I start, Jeff?
Well, they start without you.
Useless fucking.
That's devastating.
Do you know what, Baroni?
Sorry, I've been in the car for 3.5 days getting here, so.
So far?
Is there earphones for him?
Oh, I don't mind. That's alright.
He doesn't mind. That's
I don't
right
mind.
Away.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, actor from Soft Border Patrol.
Oh, don't bring that up. What a horrible start.
Well known around the country. Ian Irwin, everybody.
Ian Irwin, yeah. Fuck me. Yeah, the last time he brought me on, Ian Irwin. And then I just went, whatever, who cares? And then you came back on and went, no, sorry, Alan, actually it is, yeah. So
fucking hell, man. It was the first time I've ever done that.
You did William Thompson, did you? Is that what happened?
So, Protestants, you know what I mean? There's not many Protestants.
That's all
I'm only in the door, like, and we're starting this.
It's all eyes. Protestants are all eyes.
Do you know what it was me with my head?
Ian Irwin sounds better.
Alright, but this is lovely to meet you too.
Alan Irwin, ladies and gentlemen. And Alan, that's Niall. You don't even know.
I feel like we have met before. I felt like it was just on the way up, but
maybe it would have been.
I've just maybe just seen your face a lot,
maybe,
you know.
Stuff.
I didn't take a look off you know.
So what happened? What happened was I had practiced Lisburn. Mm-hmm. I put that in my head. Lisburn? So I was like, he said
Lisburn. People from Lisburn don't say Lisburn; they say Lisburn.
Is it only people in Lisburn say Lisburn?
So, like, because if you talk to anybody from Belfast, right, so I'm just going to turn this off, they'll call it Lisburn. Aye. But it's not Lisburn. Funny, it's Lisburn.
Did you listen to the clip of the Bomb Squad podcast too? The two girls, too, and they're from Lisburn.
That's what we were saying, like Barcelona.
Barcelona. It's exactly like Barcelona after nuclear bombs hit it. You know, that's.
And we were chatting about Ian Thompson or something, and then I had Lisburn, and I knew what I was going to say. Ian Irwin's not right, but them cunts don't know.
That's true. It's not like, you know, if you went Ian Geddes, they'd be like, that's not right. But if you go, you can call me Ian Irwin tonight. I don't give a fuck. Do you know what I mean? I don't care.
Is that not a double backhand? He's going to sure nobody knows him, so it's okay.
That's all right. If he was less of a failure, people would be annoyed by that. You know,
you're not famous enough for people to care.
Exactly.
Somebody says we're like Geddes from Wish. That's back here. You know what I mean? Just everything
like, that's not Ian Irwin, that's John Hartson. You know, it's not a good look, like. That's all right. It's a long fucking drive to get up here, I'll tell you that.
It's not.
A long drive.
From Lisburn?
Yeah, well, it was an hour and 55 minutes or something.
No.
But the traffic was wild. But also, do you know what's deceiving? You get to that big fucking roundabout for the Rodeo and you think, I'm nearly there, and then you have another hour.
Oh, you know about Ballygolly?
That's the one. I don't know road names. I just
you can actually see the TV match from Ballygolly roundabout. Strabans.
That's some tepid trivia there, bro. That is.
Check that out. It might be true. There might be a song about that.
I saw a very nice rainbow on my way, though. Do you know what I mean?
Right,
so there is.
That makes it all.
It made it all worth it. Do you know what I mean?
People, hey, I remember opening a club in Letterkenny, and every comedian, you'd swear they were looking to book a ticket to the moon. Letterkenny? How am I meant to get there? No, this is man.
People do get on like that, though. Even like football, and all, they'll be like, oh, wait, Derry City, bollocks to that. And you're like, what? It's only an hour and a half.
Lufford, there's what do you call a jail place? You know, it's like done up. Courthouse.
Yeah.
They were looking for
jail, courthouse.
They've got that. They've got
police station, whatever.
Ice cream place.
There's like that wee game, you know, when you get locked into the cell and you have to do
like an escape room. Yeah,
escape room. That's why you're here.
That's
Smart.
That's
why you're here, Ian.
Operation Emma. Is it?
They were asking me to get a gig together, and I was ringing people and going, no, people at the Easter Band, I'm fucking going to Liverpool. It's over that bridge. It's over the fucking bridge. Nah, man. That's a step too far. And you're like,
I know, I'm not going all the way to the south.
Paddy's the same. He's like Sam Mills. Look where he comes through Sam Mills. He says it's just the longest run.
But it's like it's. I drove through it the day on my way here. That's not that far.
No.
But it's like my dad there. Him and his girlfriend bought a static caravan in Kilkeel, and he went. I thought about Portrush, but it's too far. And then I looked. There's 4 minutes of difference in the drive. But he's like, it feels further.
It's mad.
Are you saying it took 55 minutes to get from Lithburn to
an hour and
Ballygall?
55. To Ballygall? No, how long did it take me?
20 minutes
No, it wasn't 20 minutes.
max.
You were
What speed do you drive at?
Were you working up near there for a while, weren't you?
But Lisburn, like before
Stop
that.
fucking saying Lisburn.
I got on the roundabout at Sprucefield, and then I went. I was like, "Oh, I'm nearly there." And then I realized I looked at my Google Maps and said an hour and 1 minute or something. So
We need to see the infrastructure around here. Terrible.
wild. You need a train line desperately. That's just,
Train line and dual carriageway. Like the A5's got the biggest killer.
Well, that's also what
deaths.
happened. I kept getting stuck behind like lorries
Aye.
and tractors.
That is
at 30
notorious
mile
for
an hour, like,
tractors.
That's the main road from Derry to Dublin. Like
ridiculous.
the Irish built the biggest roads in the world in America, and over here we're fucking far older, and the roads are still the same.
Well,
You'll fly home.
Protestant farmers.
You will fly home.
Well, the night, to be fair, yes, I will. Yeah, and obviously I'll be off my tips on Cat as well, which will make the whole
That'll help.
experience.
Aye.
People don't tell you what goes on at this gig, but it's a wild old night.
brilliant.
Like.
You have to take a dip before you come in.
That's why I was late.
Some
I had to find a dealer on the street there.
Some comedians think there's like 400 on here. Just
I know
fire.
it's weird seeing it. Like,
Isn't it?
it lit up.
It does because
Have you been here before?
I didn't. Yeah, I actually had a look because I wanted to look to see what bits I did last time. And I did it in like December 2022, so it's actually a good while. since I
you
was
can
here.
do you can do anything.
I know, but it's lazy. You know what I mean? Also, you know yourself, it's so fucking boring doing old material. You're like, people are enjoying it, and you're like, what's wrong with you? Like, I've heard this 300 times. I'm feeling nothing.
So many times
How,
you heard a joke.
how do you spot a comedian?
Wee book.
Fucking gay book. I like to write.
See,
Okay,
somebody-
there may be pictures of men sucking each other off in here, but that does not. You know what I mean? You didn't know that.
You dirty bastard. I have a big fucking sketch pad. I'm fucking dopey here.
Do you have did Fitton give you my book? The other one I left behind in the cosh.
No, but
This is the second time I've had to spend $5.50 to write about my dick.
that's what I was going to say. See if somebody found your book, you'd be arrested.
Oh, it's like Jeffrey Dahmer's notes.
Pedophile
Like
or
just,
fuck-
yeah.
You're writing things
Just
like
a bullet point on a page, nothing else. It just says rimming or something. And then that's it. That's all we've got. That's all my notes.
And
for
you
the
know
day
what? They're
tonight.
all separate, but in bullet points, it's young boys rimming.
And also, like I said, there's pictures of men sucking each other off. So there's a lot of going on in there.
You just don't want nobody even in the bar to open it and go, "Oh, who's this?"
You wouldn't want like your wife to see it. You
Like
know what
a-
I mean? You'd be like, I don't want you to know what, or another comedian and go, oh, that's so hack. Like,
That's my material.
yeah, what the fucking
the
bastard.
fuck?
You know?
I know comedians that would say, "Listen, just burn it." Rather than have it lie about, they don't want it back. Just get rid of it. Come on,
yeah.
please, make sure. Send me evidence. No, just don't want it because it's,
Who was it famously
it's your
lost
thought.
their joke
You're
book?
dumping your thoughts on a page.
Bob
Bob
Monkhouse.
Monkhouse.
Yes, he lost his. That's
Who
right.
wanted
You
his
got
back?
stole, didn't
Yeah, he got stole. I was like, but then it was weird then because like they all shared jokes anyway. So it's like you couldn't go, you fucking got that out of my book. You probably just you told me it and I use it. You know,
That
it's
was
not-
the way back in the day. And everybody says, "Oh, the old-fashioned way was the best," but it was like 20 jokes shared among fucking 40 people. Mm-hmm. And they
There's
all
no
just did
TV.
them.
You weren't on TV, right? So you just got
That's
did your
right.
nobody knew.
The Royal Variety performance.
There's a good actually on iPlayer. You can get Bob Monkhouse did like one last gig when he was terminally ill.
Good.
Where he got great. He didn't tell anybody he was ill. Like, but there was all comedians in the audience. It was fucking brilliant. Like just like storytelling.
Brilliant.
But like I was like, I love all those.
Where's it
old
on
guys.
YouTube?
Yeah, I think it probably is on YouTube. You get an iPlayer. Like it's been up for years, but it was
Class.
really good. Like,
What do you
speaking of
call
old
it?
comedians, you know, when I got offered this gig, I was meant to be on a date with Dave Elliott tonight. Right?
Where were you meant to
Well,
be?
we're meant to be at the Opera House to see the comedians, right? Because we're talking
Right.
about how it's like Roy Walker and all. And then he had said to me about it, and then he didn't say to me about it again, so I thought, we're not doing this, so I'll take this gig.
Yeah.
And he messaged me and went, I've got his tickets. And I was
Oh,
like,
fuck.
for fuck's now they were free. And then last night he told me he's going backstage to meet Roy Walker.
Oh, fuck's sake.
I was really looking forward to tonight until yesterday.
You know what?
This has made my night much better.
This is my silver medal.
So what do you hear? You're not the only one, because Geddes got offered to go to Belfast
sent me
backstage VIP for the PFL fights, the Bellator fights.
Fuck's sake.
He says, can you change this Saturday? But what happened was we already changed.
It was a Saturday.
What?
It was
originally not to be one, was it?
It was moved to a Friday.
Oh, the fight?
No, the gig.
The gig, Colin says he could do the Friday. I says, brilliant. Then I fucking must check with the bar.
Oh, you have to actually have the
There was
room.
an 18th birthday party on. I went, oh no, and they went, listen, they'll give us 5 minutes or 10 minutes, whatever. They went away, made a few phone calls, came back. She's moved to Saturday.
Right.
So I said, yes, we can't go now and say, no, you can take the Friday. Well, fucking take it.
After, yeah.
And I just, while I was saying, they text me back, I'm only joking. But sickening.
Well, definitely wasn't joking, like.
I know. Bad I got
Not the slightest.
Bad I got the Saturday, it would have been a... So we're going to be out in that wee lovely green room.
Oh, yeah.
Watching it on the screen. Watching it on a wee...
Saturday's a bad night for comedy anyway, is it not?
It's the problem with Saturday is that people can be drinking all day.
Right.
So, like, the gig that I run in Belfast is 3 to 5 on a Saturday, and that's perfect because people come in, they've had a couple of pints, they'll have a couple of pints at the gig, and then they fuck off. And then also, if you want to go on the pints, then it's only 5 o'clock. So you're like, you can get
If an 8 o'clock
blitzed,
show
get a
comes
Chinese on the way home, be back for time for match of the day. Do you know what I mean? That's my ideal Saturday. That's like...
Do you know how it worked out for me? Perfect. Remember I was saying I'm in Belfast tomorrow. I got on Stoneface.
Yeah.
Stoneface was like, you'd be good at that. Sitting in fucking face. Sitting there and they're not allowed to laugh. And whoever doesn't laugh, he gets a tenner for every comedian.
And the comedian gets the tenner if they make him laugh.
You can actually not want to. If you don't want to laugh, you just don't have to.
Well, it's one of those ones where it's a weird one because, like, there's a camera on the person who's not allowed to laugh, and then they're on the screen behind the comedian. I did it once. Jordy Robinson was the Stoneface, and I got him to laugh just by pretending to do a duet with him and then putting the mic to his mouth. And then he couldn't talk without laughing, so I was like, that's fine. But the one thing was, you have a 10-minute set, and that was in the first 30 seconds. I was like, I just want to go now. I've got my tenner. Fuck this. I've done this long enough. It's not the rush of the stage anymore.
It's not doing stand-up to somebody's hired. Just I went up and started messing, making faces and stupid noises, and he won.
He won today, yeah.
So what happened was I said to Jasmine that she asked me to do her podcast, and I said, you know what, I could do it that day. I'll do Stoneface podcast and then Beehive.
Perfect.
Tomorrow night.
Great day.
But I seen them on Tuesday in Belfast, and they said to me, her and Brona, they do the pod, she said, could you do before Stoneface? And I was like, ugh.
That's a few fucking hours to
I have
kill.
to leave the house at fucking 9. You know what I mean? And then do that.
Crack at 9 o'clock.
And it's as I've said, it's a very long drive. Do you know what I mean?
And then
You'd have to be up about
going
10
to
to 9.
probably die my whole Stoneface. And then after, so I says, after Stoneface, I'll be finished about 5. Then I'm alright, 3 hours, end of the gig. But Stoneface got double booked.
Yes, that's right, yeah.
So I was like, oh no.
So now you're doing the
Podcast at 11,
9,
and I'm not on the
like,
8. So I rang them and says, hey, any chance to change it? I said,
you could have went to like the Titanic
They're
Museum or
gonna
something,
be
put your
on
day
our
in, you know.
they're doing our podcast in June.
W5.
W fucking right, learn some things. You know what I mean?
So Beehive got cancelled then as well.
So your whole day, well, that's that whole
So I'm
day's
getting
right
drunk
off.
on it.
Good lad.
Yo! Result. You take them and, like, I was looking forward to a whole day in
No,
Belfast.
but I know what it, you know, like, you haven't been there as long as me, but like, there's something about, even when it's a paid gig, if it's cancelled sometimes, you're like, oh, amazing. You just sit in the house and wank or whatever, you know what I mean? The evening is me own.
The pants.
You know,
Just lying.
I'm not getting out of my underwear for 3 days, you know what I mean?
Especially when you were meant to do it and it was cancelled on you.
I'd love to see that Stoneface.
You know when you're going to a gym or something too, you have some training, they phone cancelled, and you're like, darn.
Here, speaking of the gym, right, I joined the gym this week.
Yeah, you're changing. There's been a big change in you this last wee while.
Well, I broke up with my wife. This is what happens. You know what I mean? That would be why.
Can do that, Dee.
Hello, if you're out there.
It was like Rocky 2.
So basically, what happened was I got asked to do the comedians boxing, right? And I was like, no, because I'll die, right? And I thought about it for about 10 minutes, and then went, nah, Shane, I don't think that's a good idea. Because I thought, right, nobody got knocked out at the first one. You don't want to be the only guy on 2 nights to get knocked out. And then what annoyed me was I was like, oh yeah, even if I wanted to do this, I couldn't. There's no way.
Why?
So, because I'm fucking fat shite. And so, my mate is a personal trainer, so
Eczema.
He's trained me, but I only had like the induction on fucking Wednesday, and I can barely walk. How do people do this? This is shite.
Well, you have to go more than once.
This is
Many days
that's
ago.
what always happened all through my 20s. I'd go once and go, I'm fucked. That's it, I'm done. So
I think some trainers don't do it right, but I think they hit
you too hard at the start.
They go too hard. There's people that just don't go back. Like the wife, she joined. She actually won one of the boot camps, and she went like 3 days. And Jesus, the amount of crying and yamming and the pain and
well, like,
how do you stick it? And I was going, just fucking leave.
Because you can't stick it.
I can't stick it.
Yeah.
It's meant to be fucking good.
No, I like yesterday. I was in the shower and my shower gel was on the ground, and I actually had about 3 goes at it before I could get it up. So
just lie down beside it.
Yeah.
Splashing yourself.
So I'm not looking for. So they're
the
actually,
water hurts.
They're moving to a new premises, so they're closed now. My first proper session is until like the 3rd of April, and I'm doing laveries right after, and I'm not going to be able to walk. It's going to be awful. I'm like, yeah, let's keep that applause going as long as possible. I need 5 minutes to get on the stage.
Laveries?
3rd and 4th of April.
Okay, but the Doms will be well gone.
No, but I'm going to the gym immediately before going on. Right. I like going to the gym and then going, I need to go to Lavery's now.
Okay, you'll actually have more energy, I would imagine.
You think? I don't know. That hasn't been my experience. I get tired reaching for a Twix in the top cupboard.
You know what? I remember we were training for the last boxing up in Belfast. She and Todd, all the boys, and it was in who's the boxer again? What's his gym?
Whiskey and White guy?
Tyrone. No, it wasn't Tyrone. Who's the other team?
Oh. Fucking,
how did I forget? Anyway, trained away, a real sweaty one, and I had oil wraps, stinky ones. And after that, I said,
I don't own wraps.
I said to the Belfast
tortillas, like I said, you know what I
mean? My hands were just, from the old days. The smell was coming back again. Said to your man, "Hey, do you know where is there showers?" And I went, "What? Showers?" He couldn't understand me saying showers. I had to go showers.
Showers? I'm sorry.
Showers.
I'm from Lisburn.
Showers, and none. And Shane said to me, "They've got showers in fucking what do you call the Apple Green?" Mm-hmm. So I'm up at Belfast.
There's that no like.
Do you know what? That's so fucking grim. That's like one of those documentaries about suicidal Japanese businessmen. You know, there's fucking showering in Apple Greens.
I had 1 hour to get the Apple Green right, sure, and then get the Duona's podcast in fucking Hollywood, right? And
they probably have a shower there.
They don't. The Apple Green doesn't, don't we?
You drove the Apple Green. I'm
round the box.
You know the counter is chopsticks. Sorry, where are they? Is there a shower?
And also, while I'm here, I'll have a mixed meat soft noodles there just while I'm.
And then I landed to Duona's, smelling a boxing. Rotten smell, like. And just because I was in a rush.
And she was pregnant at the time. Her nose was probably actually sensitive.
And she had, what do you call her?
Anna Clifford.
Good looking, 2 good looking girls, and I'm landing in, still sort of sweating. Room's warm. I ran up the stairs because I was lit. Because I went back on myself. I went way down the motorway. Found out there's no
you
stairs.
actually went halfway to Lisbon.
Only took 55 minutes.
And then I'm driving, and I'm still sweating because the sweat from the training didn't go away.
No.
That's amazing. What am I going to do? Then I sat and I know the girls smelled me, but they weren't saying, you know what I mean?
They're nice. I've got the same issue, you know, where you're like, look, I understand the whole package is a bit shit, so I'm like, at the very least, I'll be freshly washed every day. I didn't even bring shower every fucking day without fail, you know what I mean?
I hope you addressed it, but...
Did you not say, sorry if there's a hum off me?
They wouldn't let it sort of... And I was
That's worse, because then now you think it's normal.
There's a fucking camera crew looking at you too, and when I think of sweat, I just feel the beads in.
And the last thing you needed was more fucking sweat.
They were telling funny jokes, and I was like,
Jesus Christ.
Ronan can sweat on demand.
My whole plan was, if an hour and a half and the training's finished, I'll get a shower and the place chill out outside. You know what I mean? I was just fucking running up and down in and out of places, shite myself, arguing with the boy in the box. What do you mean there's no showers? There never was, sir. Is this not for businesses? No.
A mate of mine one time, we were in Lisburn at the time, we were meeting him in, we were meeting him in Belfast, and he phoned me and went, mate, like, I don't know Belfast that well. Where could I have a massive dump? Right? He said, I really need a shit. And like, I know there's going to be no nice toilets anywhere. And I said, well, actually, Weatherspoons is known always as having good toilets. He went, I'm nowhere near Weatherspoons. I says, where are you? He goes, I'm up near Queen's. And I went, well, actually, right, if you go up to the second floor of Queen's, there's like the staff toilets, which are proper porcelain toilets. So he went to Queen's, but he couldn't find it. So he went into just the normal ones, which are like, you know, the old metal ones with no seat. And so he wiped it for about 3 fucking days, and then put loads of toilet roll down, unbuckled, sat down, and the door went to there. So his head was out.
Oh my God.
So anybody coming in for a piss can see the face of a man shitting.
Fucking hate that.
Like, you don't even see your own face when you're shitting. You know? Like,
I would have to like
twitching, you know.
I'd have to have like a beer mat or something.
I know.
Don't look at me! Don't look at
I was
me!
at an underground raving in Philadelphia, me and the brother today. He's mad. And at one stage I couldn't find him. I said, where the fuck is he? When you're in balconies and all looking for him, I said, I must check the toilets. I went into the toilets and there was no cubicle. There was a pisser and a shitter. And there's Terry.
Like he's in
3
prison,
boys doing
like,
a piss and I'm just shouting beside them. And he had his t-shirt up a bit, you know, because I didn't want to splash. So he just seen a lot of bareness. And I'm just didn't give a
that
fuck.
makes you actually look more naked than if you had nothing on. You know what I mean?
T-shirt to there.
I couldn't. I don't think I could.
No, I'd shite myself before I'd shite my toilet. Like, I'd go and shit in the alley. Or on the dance floor. And people think it's a weird techno thing or something.
I love how Shane Todd just went, there's a shower in Applegreen. There's a shower in
says he knows.
McDonald's.
That man's about.
And he doesn't strike me as a man with shower in Applegreen. I feel like he has a real routine. He's like fucking Patrick Bateman in American Psycho, you know what I mean? He's got
It's just like
the moisturiser on.
You know what? It's just like, you know what? Boyd's a dirty her. I think there's a shower in the Applegreen toilet.
Have you ever done the pods with Paddy and all them? There's the black staff.
No, I've been in the building. I haven't done
She's
there.
that building.
It's weird.
You're waiting to get fucking mugged on the way up.
It's like a fucking Victorian workhouse. It's really weird. And they're like, I run the 8th floor, the 33rd door on the right. You know,
Can I have
it's
some
like,
more, please?
It's awful.
You wouldn't shade in there.
You wouldn't come back. That would be it.
The shite wouldn't come out.
It's just looking.
And also, what
it's one of them toilets you look at.
What a fucking horrible way to be murdered. Imagine you were a ghost, but your curse was you had to be shiting the whole time you were a ghost. You're a shitting ghost.
That's like the Harry Potter ghosts.
They
keep doing how they died.
Yeah, that'd be awful. Like,
your Terry's on the toilet all the time.
You know, there's a ghost in that mill. You can tell because he hovers over the pot all the time.
Just like
do you boys believe in ghosts?
No.
Aliens?
Yeah.
Well, funny, I had this conversation on TV, all right? We were talking about, I think that there probably was some sort of life, or is some sort of life somewhere, but because there's been so much time, the odds that they're around when we're around are really slim. So I think there might have at one stage been life on other, but they might be dead millions of years ago.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
When they're on about ghosts, it's like people from the future seeing people in the past. You're the ghost of them in the same place. Pitchfork and all.
Why are you saying things like this? I have to drive home alone.
Do you know this place is haunted?
That's just a shitting comedian.
Do you know what? There's still a fucking ghost from the time Kieran Bartlett shit out there.
Fuck. There's a toilet in there, and we give comedians marks out of 10. How smelly they are. Get us to the fucking hefty one.
Mickey's the one where I'm like, that's chaos. He would shit that table. You know what I mean? And then, but then it would be water immediately after. It's very, very confusing. I feel like his bowels are fucked.
Man, he's getting some nick, you know.
And he really is. Like,
Paddy, you know, did he watch himself? Paddy brought it up and Shane's
he brought it up.
Shane Todd's pod. And he said he'd get back on with me again too. But we're in the same team, so we have to be.
I think it's still
respectful.
Me and Paddy
just hit him in the back of the head, just you know, out of nowhere. Not even boxing, just
getting got.
What did you agree? 30%? So you could take it up to 40.
But Mickey's coming. Eye of the tiger.
I don't think there's going to be any 30 or 40%. Like Mickey's going to be like 110. Like
and he's getting the nick. It's the best shape he's ever been.
Paddy.
You must eat less now when you're in the sun.
Oh, you do, but you do that yourself when you're in Spain or anything.
Steaks and all.
Yeah.
Why is Paddy styling his hair after the Fuhrer?
Did you see that? That was my wee cousin. He's over in Perth, and he's a boxer. And
is he going to annihilate Mickey?
Did you see the photo? That's the photo there for look at the head now.
Oh yeah, Jesus, I can imagine. Whose head are we talking about here?
Paddy McDonald's. I'll show you.
I love you, Paddy. I'm not bad, mate.
Paddy's called his hands mustard and gas or something.
You're good.
Zyklon and B. Oh, he is. He is like Hitler. Oh my god.
The Fuhrer. We shall vox.
If he doesn't come out to march to the fucking Valkyries or whatever at the boxing, what are we doing here? Like, you know what I mean? That's amazing.
Brilliant.
That's why you just better being bald. You can't. Never once will you look at me and go, his hair's a bit embarrassing, you know.
Nah, Ian was on our pod a couple of weeks ago.
It is long.
You want to see it now?
Oh, it's wild, isn't it? He looks like a ginger Hulk Hogan.
He doesn't talk about it to the end of the set either. He headlined the gig for us last week.
I need to address it up front, I think. I'm like, because people are going, what the fuck's going on there?
That's the first thing I was saying. I'm going, that's so fucking weirdo.
Yeah, I don't normally look this weird, you know.
No, and,
Normally look worse.
and nobody really calls him bald until his. It says he's getting called bald more now because you're
bald.
You're pointing at the bald.
You shave your head, it feels like a choice. You know what I mean? But
do you know a funny thing about that gig? It was in Barra, good crack. First time doing sort of comedy night, and me and Eamon were going up there, and we were going, I don't know, Eamon doesn't know where anywhere else. I says, I've never been there. And he said he's never been there, and we've sat naved, went through Oma. We got there at the end. But 2 weeks before, we were in Cookstown doing a gig, and Eamon loves a wee smoke, and he couldn't find us later. And he was going mental trying to find us later. I says, man, you just may wait. Driving through this wee village, I seen a bar, boy outside smoking. I says, well, ask him for a light. Gone ahead then, pulled in, so he went over with a fucking magic fag, got the light, back in away. That was the bar that we did last week. The one that says never been here before, neither have I. Hold on, it was the same bar where he ran up and got the light. I was going, how the fuck? How? And then I realised I did an extra 20 minutes to my journey because I know the easy way to get to this place.
You just go out to that fucking mace and take a left.
I know.
aye.
That's it.
I don't know. It took me an hour and 55 minutes to get from this one. I'm not a navigator.
I think
you know what I mean?
we should set Eamon down to Lithburn someday. You take fucking.
I thought that you were going to meet up by Colin, come down, but.
Well, because I was doing this, just, you know.
Why did he get in was he saying?
I wasn't actually talking. Just because I was doing this, I didn't even message him. But sure, he secretly hates me. So that's you know. But I mean, to be fair, I've done terrible things.
Oh, you're doing well, man.
I remember the first time I met Guy because he started stand up maybe like 8 weeks before me. And
who did?
Gaddis.
Oh, you're doing that long?
Yeah, 2010. Yeah.
Do you know what age do you think this man is?
No, for fuck's sake. I'm going to leave. I'm turning around.
The one question I did not want to ask.
It's 5:45, so I'll be home about 9.
We were doing a gig in Derry, and he got up and he got stuck in the people with fucking vapes. No, I can't believe people still, or men, smoke vapes. And then I got up and says, I can't believe I'm 32.
I'm not 32 for a start.
What are you, 28?
I'm 19. I was a child prodigy comedian. Go on, have a guess. Go on.
Fuck, so it's not 32?
No.
34?
34.
All right, okay.
Same thing.
I would have guessed already.
Here's a terrifying stat. I'm young.
That's what we love on here, terrifying stats.
Go for it.
I'm younger than Aaron Butler.
What?
It's all wrong.
But you know what? You're going to stay like us.
Well, listen, that's my theory. When I'm 50, I'll just be grayer. You know.
I have an uncle that from the day I've seen him from 2 years of age right up to he died, he looked the exact same, but he always looked old.
Yeah.
Do you know
what age do you think I am?
Well, you're probably a similar age to him, but actually I don't know what age he is, so that's fucking useless.
Yeah.
I'm going to say 44.
Fucking bang on.
Yeah.
Second year.
I am good at. Do you know, one time...
what do you say, 34?
There's...
Edit that, Mark.
You know...
34 is an American accent.
34.
Showers? Fraser Robb. I used to work with him years ago. Yeah, and we were in the canteen, and he's 17 years older than me. And he asked a woman in the canteen what she thought the age gap was, and she said 5 years, right? And Fraser's not like, he's 50, he looks 50. He looks like a 50-year-old man. It's not like you go, oh, he's a young guy.
No.
So then, that weekend, we were doing a gig in the Black Box, and we're standing outside the smoking area, and I was telling this story to somebody. And then there was a guy standing having a smoke, and I went, mate, what do you think the age gap is between us, right? And he goes, oh no, I don't want to guess that. I says, don't worry, I've already heard the worst. And he went, 4 years. It was worse. Didn't even have the excuse that I was in a work shirt. You know what I mean?
That's when you go, I have to be a comedian.
It's just nothing. I've got nothing else.
You're like, it's no bar, I can take it. I've already heard the worst.
4. I'm afred to ask anybody else about 3. You know what I mean?
So you're 10 years of difference.
Aye, 10 years.
Yeah, he wears it well.
Put your heads together. You know what I mean?
It's like the before and after of a trip to Turkey. You know what I mean?
I know we come back with new nose.
Oh, I thought you meant me. I was like, yeah, do you have a big nose? But I wasn't planning on getting anything done.
Fuck it, what am I coming here for?
Hey, honest to God.
Gastric sleeve on the
What's
nose.
this podcast called? Kick the cunt out of the island?
It's usually kick the cunt out each other.
I know, the
But that's what happens. You see, you team up. Then you're like an outsider.
We've done that on Keys.
We're actually getting respite from each other.
Well, this is it. You get the wee. It's nice to get the break sometimes, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Because he is a cunt.
Hope he's both fucking down your hole.
To be fair, one step ahead of you, my friend. You know?
That bed's already been made.
These rooms, it's going to be like full capacity twice.
Yeah. Do you know what? It's 2 gigs in a night as a killer. Something. It goes 2 ways because if the first one's great, it gives you're so much sharper in the second one. But if you have 2 and the first one's a bit ropey, then you go, oh, for fuck's sake!
I fucked up the last time we did a double. I don't know who was headlining, but the first one was that fucking good. Mm-hmm. Then everybody left. Next crowd come in. I still had my head that everybody was loving it here. So I come out too hard.
You see, you gotta
start again.
Yeah.
Start. So what? I'm getting Eamon to do the MC the second one. Mm-hmm. So because the other thing was, you could get up a second time. Did I tell this joke?
Well, that's what happens. You go, oh fuck, I don't even know what I said anymore. You know.
Do you know what?
That's your style.
Yeah, well, it adds to my. Because do you know what the beauty of my style is? It's also literally happening. Like I'm not pretending. I'm going. What the fuck am I talking about? Why am I talking about cum again?
Do you know what? You're fucking excellent.
I was chatting to somebody during the week and I was like, are you going to the Get Us gig? And they were going, no, I'm going to leave the old comedy for a while. And she goes, if I hear that fucking Auschwitz story one more fucking time.
Eamon.
I was like, oops.
I went to Auschwitz twice. Do you know the first time I won a competition to go to Auschwitz? That's a terrible prize.
Oh my god.
One-way ticket. Wow.
Yeah, I wrote an essay in school and they were like, they chartered a flight and me and a girl from the school, load of your schools, and then like Mark Durkin was there for some reason. I don't know.
What happened the second time? You weren't sad enough?
Well, I was there with my mates, and they were like, I was like, look, guys, I was really hungover, and I was like, I don't really want it, you know. And they were like, you should go. Like, I was like, I've already seen it, you know. And I was so I was still hammered. Like, I went out, and it was the first time I went. It was really sunny, and it sounds awful, but it doesn't. It seems so much lighter whenever the weather's good. The second time it was lashing, and my feet were getting wet, and I couldn't believe this is how hungover I was. I felt sorry for myself at Auschwitz. I was like, my feet are wet. This is shit. I'm so hungry.
So when the sun's out,
thinking about yourself.
Yeah, I was so sad because I've seen it all before. You know what I mean?
So see, when the sun's out, it's like diet Auschwitz.
Well, yeah, you could. Cause you're like
Auschwitz Zero.
It's grim, obviously, but you're like, you know, it was a really lovely Easter day. You know, and
but
then
when it's raining and
Auschwitz sugar free.
Jesus Christ, it's like.
But yeah, like that's.
Have you been to Boiler?
I don't know. Is there one in Poland? What do you call it?
That's Auschwitz, isn't it?
No, it's
Belsen, you think of, or
is there 2? Isn't there? Sorry,
there's just quite a few, but like,
I went to one of them, but I didn't go to Auschwitz.
Dachau,
I told everybody I went
Germany.
I told everybody. Everybody thinks I went.
There's this one in Poland.
I think I was there. I wasn't really paying attention.
That was the time I went. The last time the Pope was in Krakow.
You went to Krakow to see the Pope?
No, I didn't go to see him. He was happened to be there when I was there. I actually was.
You were both doing a show.
I was like, "What are you following on tour? Like he's you too? What are you doing?"
I nearly got arrested because you hadn't allowed to drink for 5 days. Update. The Papa coming.
Oh, what a shit
That's
holiday.
where he's from. There, me.
Of course, yeah, it's that one. I'm thinking, yeah.
24 day harp. Fucking nearly got arrested.
Harp and that
whatever it was.
Or Krakow.
I was going to say because you'd had to bring the harp with you. Any carry-on luggage here? I have a slab of harp here.
It was a big fucking pile of beer, anyway, and they weren't fucking happy with me. Go on, give me one. No, Papa coming. No.
Papa, that's what
they call him.
That's
the Papa.
That's the
Must
Catholic.
be.
That's the pedo Catholic Church.
Yeah.
He's the king. He's Papa.
Papa
Pedo.
I'm very pleased to say that nobody's ever called me Daddy because I think I would die. You know, I was like, I ain't gonna give anything worse. Also, because I look like I could be.
The kids must love you.
I'm like, call me Father or Papa and nothing else.
What was that? I was trying to work a joke because I used to be a paedophile. Like I was into young girls. I was 10 years old at the time. Thank you.
I feel like when I was 10 years old, I fancied women in their 30s. You know?
I
You know what that was?
The babysitters?
Yeah, you're like, oh yeah.
I used to sit upstairs hoping they'd talk about me. Listen to them and chat to me, man.
Imagine somebody just like interrupted you there, and that's as far as you got.
Call it there.
I used to be a paedophile.
I used to be.
That's all I got time for. Tip your
love and fuck you, good night.
It's just like one of them ones I don't know. You have to get the audience.
That'd be one of those ones. You know, if it's like a gong show, I would have gonged you off as soon as you said that, just to be like, and you're fucked now. Now this room of people thinks you're a pedo.
Just getting hooked off. Just right, no, get him off.
Is there any clips of Rolling Boys comedy?
Everybody.
Oh
booing.
yeah, you could cut that. Oh yeah.
Everybody booing all over me when I'm going, I'm only joking. You can't hear me. Them all pulling me out. Get him out. He's a pedo.
What's that joke? I used to be a pedo.
I used to be a
What's
pedo.
the punchline? It's more of a confession.
I used to be a pedo and then just...
Is that when we went to see the Pope? Did they be like, I used to be a
He
pedo?
converted me. The Catholic converter.
You had to go straight to the top.
I will say, if you brought 24 harp to Poland, you would look like a pedo. That's very pedo behaviour.
Hand them out in parks.
I only have harp.
Hey, we're going to see where the Jews died. Will we get a carry out?
Everything was around drinking.
No,
This.
like a half bottle. Like that.
Everything.
You know what I mean?
The
We're not
boats,
old
the boats
mad.
come on, but what about the drinking? And I was like it. Like, I remember living in Philadelphia, and people came for a week to visit, seen far more. Like, I remember watching St. Patrick's Day parade on the TV, and it was 15 minutes down the road. That's fucking classy.
No wonder why. That's the
Out of your mind.
That's the most boiled
That's-
thing there.
Oh, but touch, you can hear it out the window. You know what I mean? I'd love to be there. That's 100% true.
We whenever we were in mates were over that time, it was like the week of, you might even remember this happening, but like, it was like 2009, there was a plane crash where like half of their government was killed in
Whose?
Poland. They were going to Ukraine for like some commemoration, and it was like the head of the army and like the president and a few all died. And it's what created a bit of a weird atmosphere in Krakow, but like, we went in one night and watched, it was Barcelona Real Madrid in a pub, and we were chatting away, chatting loudly, you know, and then a guy came over and went, "Sorry guys, they're actually doing a minute of silence for the murders, or for the deaths," and we went, "Oh fuck, sorry," and as soon as we stopped, the minute silence was over, so we talked through the entire minute silence.
And they're going to
We look like such bastards, like, you know what I mean? Big loud Irish guys.
I know, it's... See, when we're talking among ourselves too, even in America, people thought we're just clicking on the Gaelic. We're just chatting Strabane fast.
The many people put under our YouTube videos, we need
Good
subtitles.
job, there's subtitles. I put subtitles in everything I do now, because sometimes I go, oh, I barely recognise that word. And I said it.
Colonoscopy.
Colonoscopy.
The thing is, will your video be restricted if it just says "I used to be a pedo"?
Just leave
that's
it there.
not, you know.
You can't use it, boys. There you go.
Confessions just.
Some jokes could get you in trouble, but you think this will be funny, they'll understand, and it just fucking makes you look bad.
Well, also, do you know what the worst thing you can do with a joke is talk to another comedian about it? Because their mind's fucked. You know what I mean? You tell them something, and they go, "Oh man, that's great," and then
That's
you do it,
why
and everybody looks like you're a freak.
Or the wife, never tell the wife. You're getting up to say that, are you?
Oh no, like, and this isn't the reason we broke up, but my wife never laughed at any bits that I told her about, ever. And she would laugh when she was watching them, like, live. But if I went, "I have an idea for a bit," she'd be like, "What?" And so she was not a good barometer at all.
There's a
Like,
pile of times I would try stuff on the spot, and you go,
well, I will say
I
that
do it that night and it kills.
that "I used to be a pedo" bit does need a bit of work. Right? You could do a wee bit of tightening up. I don't really know where,
See.
that's what got you in trouble
That's
in the first
right.
place.
How about get you in the
It'll come good.
pedoism tightened up? Dirty bastards. And I'm not going to use it. Rewind that or delete it or whatever.
Use that tonight. Do you know what? I can actually clip this now. Do
you know what,
clip this
actually?
spot?
Just all the
I-
pedo,
I-
but
do you know what?
Pedo.
Man to
Pedo.
man, I dare you. Fucking do it tonight, right? This is, you have to.
Do you know
and
what?
you can say, "I said this joke, nobody thought it was funny, but I've been told I have to do it." And then be like, "I used to be a pedo." And then go, "And now on to the joke that I was afraid to tell."
I'll go, I used to be a pedo. Ladies and gentlemen, Ian Irwin.
Speaking of nonsense,
Speaking of fellow pedos.
You know what? I 100% know you're going to call me an Irwin tonight, even though you're thinking about Alan.
even, it won't be deliberate. I think you'd be like, "I'm going to call him Alan." Then you'll bring on Alan Geddes. or
Do
something.
the joke tonight.
Kieran Franco was one where I had to look at him. And Kieran, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage. And I went like that. Kieran Franco!
I was thinking one
He had
time,
the mouth was named him.
there was a guy who used to do stand-up in a scene called Christian Talbot, and the MC went, he froze, you could tell he went, "Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for our next act, Christian," like Prince, like he had one name.
One name. That happened last night. Rory McSwiggan had to do that last night. There was a girl over from England doing a spot.
That's the one you don't want to forget either, because you feel like you've made a dick out of her, you know.
Exactly.
He doesn't know that you're just fucked
And
up.
it sickened him to
Misogyny.
Just got Alice. Didn't get the rest. That worst gig we ever did down in the fucking country too. The boy just said, "Ronan," I forget your second name. After he talked about, before he called me up, he says, "What about the girl in the town that got raped twice?"
That's a good opener.
Twice!
I know, as if it happened. Am I right? Twice. As if that happened, am I right? Nobody laughing. Please welcome to stage. This is Ronan.
Is that gig that's in the fucking smoking area? The one
Yes.
where I've never done it, but multiple people I think, what are you doing? Stay in the fucking house. You'll gain more comedic ability from not doing a gig than doing that.
There was a group going from Derry and they rang and I said, don't, because I knew then that the Pavs sort of crew went down and they got it. They felt it just the same way as we did. I was telling the joke. It wasn't even a joke. These boys were just staring at me with bald heads. I thought, these
That's because they heard that you used to be a pedo. They were going to do a dig.
these cunts are looking red.
What did he rape that girl twice?
Where's Ronan?
Am I right?
I know you're going up then to be the rapist. These boys are staring at me, so and I was like, what's wrong with these cunts? And when I come off, Ian Lehman actually said to me, Arsenal free, Villa 2 or whatever, what? Above the stage, TV, football match. Two boys are just watching. I thought they're staring at me. I was going to go, fucking.
I remember Luke McGibbon was telling me about he did a gig in Derry one time. It was during the World Cup, and they turned the football off to put comedians on, and there was no stage. They just put a table in the middle of the floor, and the comedians had to stand on the fucking table. And the first comedian was on for 10 seconds before somebody threw a glass at him because it was like a World Cup semi-final or something. No, we need to hear people talk about their dick for 2 hours. You know,
I did a gig for Adam Mogi in the first Premier League game of the season, right in the middle of the people. A big TV hanging down from the ceiling. So anybody that height, that behind it was just watching. I'm under the TV, like doing stand-up, and they're all. These boys there from Scotland.
Do you know what? We were watching the cup final last day too, and the music started because it went the extra time. I was like, the music's not going to start. And so we couldn't hear the TV, and then the music was going for a while, and then you started we would
That's why I don't watch matches in bars, because my back's to the TV the whole time. I don't watch a fucking single.
Shout out David Kerrigan too. He was on the shout out. David Kerrigan, is
that it? Aye. About what?
Ian Keegan.
Just shout their name.
Being a great singer.
David's brilliant with the guitar.
I always think, if I could sing, I wouldn't be doing comedy. Do you know what I mean? Comedy's like showbiz for people who don't have talent. You know what I mean? Can't do anything else. So
just get up and shame yourself, and that's.
And I'm not good looking enough to be an actor, and not ugly enough to be a politician. You know what I mean? So I've got to
I thought you were good in the fucking song.
I thought you were going to say I thought you were ugly enough to be a politician.
You're just going to kick a man when he's down.
No, the soft border. Who was the guy you were acting that part with out in the field?
Oh, the farmer. It's a guy called David Ireland, who actually is he has quit acting. He's like a really successful playwright. Like
the two you were fucking hilarious together. Were you genuinely near laughing all the time?
Oh, the scene that you're talking about where we're in the field, we did 18 takes because I couldn't stop laughing. And actually, when you watch it back, there's a moment where they cut really far away, and it's because they couldn't get a clean shot of me not laughing.
There's a couple of wee lips.
There's one point where I look at my notepad because I'm like, if I look at him, I'm going to crack. But it was the last scene of the day, and it was getting dark, so like we have to get this today. You know, so, but he wasn't in any of the other series because his players all took off. And like they offered to double his money and all, and he was like, "I just don't like."
It was hilarious, too.
He was great, but lovely guy. His players were already good, actually. But
he's had the crack, dude. Definitely.
His plays.
That was my first day ever acting.
Was it?
Yeah, and my first scene, I had to kiss somebody. It was a nightmare.
A girl?
Yeah, but like but it sounds fun, but not when there's 35 people watching you.
So,
and also, you're like, how much of a real kiss? You know what I mean? Like, you're not going to slap her with a tongue, like so. But you also, it needs to look like you're actually kissing, you know what I mean?
Just down like,
Jesus Christ.
Here, top tip for you as well. If you ever have to kiss somebody who's not your wife, and your wife says, how'd you go? You don't go, we did 5 takes. I'd say only the 5th one was a bit of crack, you know what I mean? Don't say, had a good time, like, you know what I mean? You should say awful, nothing compared to you.
It wasn't her first rodeo, anyway. No fucking.
Jesus.
I was rock hard the whole time.
That's exactly what you want to tell the wife.
But you know, I wasn't, but before it I thought, what if that happens? What if, like, because the scene ends with us being interrupted and me having to walk away, and I've got a fucking...
You doing the penguin walk.
You know. I heard Samuel L. Jackson apparently, if he's doing a sex scene, he always says to the woman, he's like, I'm sorry if I do, and I'm sorry if I don't. Like, either way is not a reflection on you, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Cover all bases.
Yeah.
I imagine doing, like, sex scenes in all movies. I couldn't do it.
I don't think anybody wants you to
do that. You're in the background doing it. It's just my face.
Yeah, I could definitely be in a wank scene. You're like, there's a guy having a wank. No, that's fine.
He's done that before. I don't even think he's acting.
Just do a real wank.
Yeah, they're very, very carefully not showing you his dick, probably because he's really there.
A method actor, just fucking.
I like to get into my roles, you know.
Literally.
My fucking copy of.
I love the.
Nuts.
That'd actually be a good skit where you're doing like a
Reno.
really steamy sex scene, just panning up and down your back. And
I wanted to
But it's just you having a whack.
uh,
But like with your trousers at your knees, not even like you don't even have the dignity to get naked. You know what I mean? You're like
jump her up.
a sock in hand. You know,
we're here again. In case you get a nice splash.
Fuck me.
My brother taught me this.
Selfish, just dirty bastards. You know, it always gets to this sort of low talk one as well, doesn't it?
well, this is good crap. I mean, to be fair, you know, tonight Colin Gaddis is on. Not exactly a purveyor of clean material,
No.
and nor am I. I mean, I have a bit about people fucking their cars.
Strabane loves that crack. Strabane
Fucking their cars.
definitely. All the things.
Fucking in cars,
Dirt.
IRA.
Aim and
Well, I've got a
Ragalies.
joke about them too, so that's good.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love that.
It's
Hope it's
top-
nothing against the IRA.
Oh no, you know you'll like it. It's a very like I know. Don't worry, I know what side my bread's buttered. Do not worry.
You can see it. I know that William Thompson said a joke about Bobby's hands, and the whole place just went, and they all looked at my day.
Oh, what that I was there that night. That went down. That nearly wrecked the
But
fucking.
it did brilliant day the night before. I don't know what. Just the trust. It would work now in here. Like William comes in here, can say anything.
Aye.
He's
And also, a lot of it is to do with where it is in your set as well. It's like
Exactly.
there's things you can say. That's why I love doing. You know, like when I was doing Edinburgh, and also you do an hour because there's bits you can do 40 minutes in that you couldn't do in a 5-minute set.
Do you know what?
They have to trust you.
I think he opened up like he was just talking about Strabane, Bobby Sands. Like it was right at the start. I
So
think.
if it was his last
hadn't
bit, you're
got
like,
them
we
yet.
know that you're dead on. But at the start, you go, who the fuck's this guy? You know?
Come on in here and fucking get stuck in it.
I would hear though when I really tear into the rally.
But it's a room where
In
you
the
can
name of the
fucking-
people of
You lying
listening.
out the back way, 2 knees shot off, and you were like, I got them, didn't I?
And then you go, look, you might not like what I've just said about the Rab, but he used to be a pedo. So, you know, you've got to pick your battles here, folks.
They would still love me more.
UVF member and pedo shot behind Charlie's bar.
I'm
Right,
not a-
on that note, I need to get back to get changed and get back for this gig. So
Lovely. Thanks very much for
He's
having
gonna
me.
be our
This has
bouncer
been a
tonight.
good crack.
Aye, and
enjoyed it.
anything you want to, anything coming
Plug,
up? or-
if you have 2 podcasts, if you like The Simpsons, Stupid Sexy Podcast, if you like wrestling, The Worst There Was.
The Simpsons, it's about the Simpsons.
It's about, we're reviewing all the bad all the bad years.
Fucking hell,
So we're like, actually the episode went up today is number 80. So we've
Are you going into all the conspiracy stuff too? About
Oh, we cover it all. We cover a lot. And Alan Irwin comedian on Instagram. I need to replace all my wife's friends and family. So if you'd follow me on that,
and what about stand up? Have you no shows coming up? You doing there?
I will be announcing a solo show in September, but it's not on sale yet. So I will. That's why you follow
You have
me.
to come back here and do that.
Oh yeah, sure.
Bring
Yeah,
it
I'd
here.
love to.
Let the people know tonight.
Now wait, let's see. I might damn a hole, or I might be run out of time, depending on what I say.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean? So
yep,
if
yep.
it goes well, yeah, absolutely. If it goes
By the
badly,
time this comes out,
no.
well, if you do shite, we'll just edit this bit out.
Perfect. I'd be like, just
I'm
put
never doing a solo show in American accent.
Pixelate my face and be like, and then just cut in him saying, "I used to be a pedo," and like, that's why he's pixelated. He's a nonce.
Do we agree? Are you going to do the joke tonight?
The pedo joke?
Go on.
Aye, I'll do it. Fuck it.
Hey, I'm excited.
We'll see. You're excited to watch me die.
I know, of course.
You know yourself, that's more fun than you doing well. When you're
100%.
There's nothing better than somebody you know is funny down on their arse.
What if somebody went,
When I meet comedians, I don't know, hey, I was amazing last night. You want to hear it? Fucking died me whole last night. I'm like, tell me more.
imagine someone stood up and went, I'm offended, my dad's a pedo.
I bet you could be a victim of a pedo.
Right. That's,
Yeah, but you didn't pick it up when you wrote the
I'm
fucking
not
joke.
doing it.
You're
let's
fucking
not.
doing it.
Let's
He's
not.
doing it. Do you know what? Call this episode Roboil is weak.
Rose a pedo.
If it dies in the hole, we'll agree on this. If it dies in the hole, I can call you straight on.
Fine.
Right,
You
okay.
love that, don't you?
I love it. I love going under a quiet room. I'm like, they've got no expectations, which suits my act.
Thanks for coming, dude.
Thanks,
Thanks
Alan.
for
This was
having
great.
me.
Hey,
I'll
brilliant.
Very good
definitely
fun.
have you back again.
Really
and
enjoyed
I can't
this.
wait to the show tonight. Let's do this shit.
Up a hoods.